Hello, my name's Andrew Lane. I work at the Guildhall Art Gallery in London's Roman Amphitheatre, and today I'm giving another short talk on an amazing class of artefacts, cruel curses. During the excavations at London's Roman Amphitheatre, archaeologists found 3 Roman lead curse tablets. Here we have the best preserved example, but they're all very similar in form. They consist of a small rectangular sheet of thin lead with an inscription on one or both sides. And this particular example was dedicated to the goddess Diana, in a more popular form, Diana. And it appears that someone who was attending the games in London's Roman Amphitheatre had a number of items stolen, and they are now petitioning the goddess to take revenge on the thief. And we find these lead curses for similar matters, for theft. We find them in business transactions. We find them in matters of love. We also find them for sport. And today I'm going to focus on 2 examples from opposite ends of the empire, which are connected with sporting competitors. Now, the first of these was found in the Roman city of Carthage in North Africa. And both of these curses have a slightly different form to the London example, because they're not dedicated to a single god or goddess, but rather in a more generalized fashion to the spirits. And these were the spirits that Romans thought occupied the world all around them. And in order for these curses to work, there were 2 things that were required. You needed the name of the person that was being cursed, and you also needed to bury the lead curse itself somewhere auspicious, somewhere connected to these spirits. And both of these were the case at our example in Carthage. It was found buried in one of the passages underneath the arena of the amphitheatre. So perhaps one of the passages where the dead bodies would have been stored before they were taken away for burial. Now, unfortunately, I haven't got a picture of the curse itself, but we have its reference on the right-hand side and a picture of what remains of Carthage's Roman amphitheatre. And this curse was dedicated to a venatori, a trained athlete who would have been fighting against wild animals in the arena. And it reads, "Kill, destroy and wound Gallicus, son of Prima, at the hour in the ring of the amphitheatre." And then it goes on to suggest how this might be done. It says, "Hold his hands so that he cannot bind a bear. Bind Gallicus, son of Prima, so that he cannot kill a bear or a bull with single blows, or 2 blows, or kill a bull and a bear with 3 blows." So at the very least, we want a lackluster performance from Gallicus. And then it finishes with a phrase that we find time and time again: "Bring this about now, now, quickly, quickly." And just so there's no misunderstanding, let the bear crush him and wound him. So not everyone sitting in the audience at the amphitheatre in Carthage was a supporter of Gallicus. The second curse comes from Apamea in the Eastern Empire, and this, again, unfortunately, I don't have an image of the curse itself, but I do have a wonderful image of part of the remains of this city. And this is one of the principal streets, a long colonnaded street that stretches for over 2 kilometres. But the curse itself, it wasn't found within the city, it was found just outside in a cemetery, so an auspicious location, and a cemetery that was very close to the Roman circus. And it's directed at a team, a faction from the circus, so a team of charioteers who would have been racing in the circus. And it reads, "Tie up, binds the feet, the hands, the nerves, the eyes, the knees, the courage, the leaps, the whip." And then it tells us of Porphyrius and Harpocrates and the team of the stable of Eugenus. And then it tells us where we might find them at the circus, who are middle left. And then it goes on with a few more suggestions for their misfortune. It says, "From this very hour, from today, may they not eat or drink or sleep. Instead, from the starting gates, may they see the ghosts of those who have died prematurely. spirits of those who have died violently. And then it goes on to add a few practical solutions. May they not be able to overtake. May they not force us out. And just to reiterate, it goes on to say, may they be broken, may they be dragged, may they be destroyed. And then it finishes with this familiar phrase, now, now, quickly, quickly. So what do these lead curses tell us about the Romans? I think it tells us that they are sporting fanatics. They are fans who would do anything to ensure that their favoured competitors or teams were victorious. And of course, we have to remember that at these sporting events, both in the amphitheatre and in the circus, they would have been betting huge amounts of money on their favoured competitors. Thank you very much for listening.